Today we're going to talk about Belgium.
I'm Bradley Grimmy.
I'm Kelly Massey.
I'm Jessica Stinnett.
I'm Patrick Bolton.
The material that follows is a training packet that is designed for expatriates being assigned to Belgium for an international assignment from their corporate headquarters in the United States. This will provide a foundation for living and working in Belgium. The packet begins with a cultural analysis of Belgium. Then the cultural analysis will give insights to expatriates on how the Belgian culture can impact both life, business, and social activities for them. Then, the training packet discusses and describes the underlying Belgian benefits and values that impact their life while living there. Similarities and differences between American culture and Belgian culture will be discussed as well. After this section, the training packet will transition into a description of training for expatriates that involves business etiquette, cultural differences, laws, regulations, foreign languages, and an overview of their market.
The way they buy and sell their products, what they specifically market, their target markets, the way they communicate to their own country as well as others, and the way they conduct business practices all together. They obey their orders who have higher power. Belgium has an ascription culture. This is a culture in which status is attributed based on who or what a person is. Ascription cultures accord status based on age, gender, or social connections. You must always be polite and well-mannered when conducting business in Belgium. They prefer communication to be logical and based on reason, and they prefer to engage in long, critical discussions before reaching a decision so that they can be certain that they have considered all the alternatives. Appointments are necessary. The person you are meeting will generally set the time for the meeting. Business meetings are formal, so it is important to dress appropriately. First, appointments are made more socially than business-oriented, as Belgians prefer to do business with those they know. As far as social activities, Belgian nationals are involved with include cuisine, art, sports, and recreation.
To Belgians, family is extremely important. Accordingly, Belgians like to have time reserved for spending quality time with their families after normal workday hours. Another value that will affect the lives of American expatriates in Belgium is their preference for professional appearance. Belgians find it imperative that they look professional in order to make good impressions with others. For this reason, Belgians tend to dress very conservatively in the business environment. Expatriates should not be in a hurry to win over the trust of Belgians in the workplace. Belgians like to take their time getting to know people before they are comfortable extending their trust to them. Knowing this, expatriates should take great care to present themselves as kind and well-mannered persons.
When it comes to things like holidays, Belgians are pretty much the same except for things like Thanksgiving and Labor Day, which they don't celebrate for obvious reasons. They also have their Christmas celebrations on midnight on Christmas Eve instead of having a large Christmas morning, but they still open gifts just like we do and focus on family togetherness. We also dress differently here in the U.S. when it gets warmer than they would in Belgium. Like, we wear shorts, and in Belgium they would still wear jeans or maybe a skirt, but never shorts. They also don't wear things like sweatpants, yoga pants, or PJ pants in public because it would be considered completely unacceptable. Finally, Belgium is far less religious than we are here in the United States. Belgium is considered much more progressive, and religion is considered boring and old-fashioned, and the youth of Belgium are pushing for social progress and open-mindedness. In Belgium, they think that driving as far as an hour is pretty excessive, while in the U.S., we don't think of driving an hour or more as far. We also think that driving in cars is normal, while in Belgium, they take things like trains and buses and tramways for granted because that's considered part of their public transportation.
A Eurostat survey finds that Belgians are less likely to shop online than many other countries. Among these, Belgians who do shop online often purchase items such as travel and accommodation. For expats going to Belgium, this could be beneficial in knowing how the people purchase. Additionally, many companies are searching ways to expand their markets and to reach other customers. For an organization entering into Belgium, or for managers going to Belgium, this information and market share could be crucial. Another important factor in reaching their markets are the resources used. The amount of Belgian traffic on smartphones and tablets have doubled in the past year, according to the digital agency, with 1 in 6 websites visited is through a handheld device. In order for training to be beneficial to expats going into Belgium, managers should provide the proper training and coaching necessary for success. The training expats would need to go into Belgium would need proper business etiquette, the ability to explore cultural differences, know the Belgian regulations and laws, the foreign languages needed for the transfer, and an overview of the market.
To train American expatriates on Belgian business etiquette, we will conduct an interactive workshop program for them to attend. The goal of the workshop is to have all expatriates walk away knowing how they are expected to behave while conducting business in Belgium. The workshop will include a pretest to determine how much expatriates already know about Belgian business etiquette up front, role-playing activities to ensure active learning of communication skills, and a presentation to communicate the less interactive aspects of good business etiquette in Belgium. All expatriates will be assessed to ensure that they learn the needed material. The pretest will serve as a sort of icebreaker. It will focus on key differences between the ways business is conducted in Belgium as opposed to here in America. After the pretest, the workshop will move on to host interactive role-playing sessions. These sessions will allow expatriates to actively participate in mock situations where their business communication skills will be put to the test. A visual presentation will be delivered after the role-playing sessions. The presentation will cover aspects of Belgian business etiquette that are more straightforward. Topics covered in the presentation will include conservative business dress, creation of business cards, gift giving, and dining etiquette. Expatriates will be shown suggested styles of business attire that are tasteful to wear to the workplace in Belgium. Lastly, expatriates will have a post-workshop assessment to ensure proper learning of Belgian business etiquette. They will walk away from the workshop with the confidence to interact with business persons in Belgium without feeling lost.
To get a first-hand account of how the lifestyle is different from Belgium, our group held an interview with Sophie Gilgian, who is a flight instructor in Batavia, Ohio. Sophie grew up in Belgium until she was 20 and then moved to the U.S. to continue her education in the field of aviation. Belgium is much different than life in the U.S. in terms of family life and their value of family over work. In Belgium, stores close by 6 p.m. so that everyone can be together as a family. Also, people don't go out to eat as much as we do in the U.S. because it's much more expensive to do so. So families will often spend the evening cooking dinner together and enjoying each other's company. Also, here in America, we don't mind working weekends, evenings, and nights in order to make a profit. We are more live to work. In Belgium, they would never think of working weekends because that time is meant to spend time with families or friends. Sophie said that her friends and family find it odd when she tells them that she is flight instructing on a Saturday.
Before arriving in Belgium, expatriates should have a valid passport or an ID. Non-citizens may need a visa before entering the country. After arriving in Belgium, expatriates are advised to notify their presence in Belgium to the municipality within 10 working days after arrival. Their expatriates will receive a document called a presence notification. When working in Belgium, working time cannot exceed 8 hours of a workday. That is 38 hours a week of work, and overtime is not allowed. Special approval is needed to work overtime, and it cannot exceed 11 hours a day or 50 hours a week.
You did a good job.
For the transfer of training to be complete, communication has to be set for the American expats reporting to Belgium. In Belgium, the official languages are Dutch, French, and German. Flemish is the commonly used name for the Dutch as it is spoken and written in Flanders, the northern Dutch-speaking part of Belgium. Depending on which part of Belgium the trainees are going, French may be the language needed to train employees to speak. Europe accounts for 39.87% of the French-speaking population, as well as Belgium's French and Flemish-speaking regions, and a handful speak German. Although the German-speaking part of Belgium is the smallest, if training is being positioned in this area, the language should be learned.
In summary, expatriates should have a better understanding of their transition to Belgium from the United States. The foundation for living and working in Belgium was discussed, and expatriates should have taken away value from the topics that were covered in this training. They now have a better understanding of Belgium's culture, to include cultural analysis, business, social activities, and similarities, and differences. Also, the expatriates have been exposed to how to transfer training will be beneficial to their transition, to include greater knowledge of Belgium's business etiquette, cultural differences, laws, regulations, and foreign languages.